like if you found the video valuable. 1. The signal. In the quiet hum of the Europa Deep Space Listening Array, Dr. Aaron Voss sat staring at a screen that had been unchanged for the past 6 years, until now. A faint blip, then another, repeating at 47-second intervals. His coffee cup stopped mid-air. No way, he muttered. He magnified the waveform. Not random, structured, mathematical, almost musical. He tapped his earpiece. Control, this is Voss. We've got a live one from the outer rim. Source, Titan. Silence, then static, then, Titan? As in Saturn's moon? Affirmative. Feeding data now. 2. The obsession. The world moved on, but Aaron couldn't. The signal hadn't stopped in weeks. Always the same 3-toned pulse. Always 47 seconds apart. No natural pattern matched it. He fed it into every algorithm, but nothing decoded it. Not until he let it run through his late wife's old synthesizer program. She had been a composer, and she believed music was the language of the universe. When the signal passed through the program, something extraordinary happened. A visual spectrum appeared, 3 waves, intertwining like a DNA helix. He recorded the pattern and stared. What the hell are you trying to say? 3. Mission. Prometheus. By 2038, Earth had renewed its commitment to deep space exploration. The Prometheus initiative had a singular goal, a manned mission to Titan. Aaron had fought for years to be part of it, not as a pilot, not as a technician, but as the only human who had heard Titan's song. Against bureaucratic odds and mission risks, he was granted a role as science advisor. His reputation as the Titan Whisperer helped more than his PhDs. On January 17, 2042, the USS Prometheus launched from lunar orbit. Destination: Titan. Estimated arrival: 7 years. 4. Arrival. They entered orbit on a Sunday. From above, Titan was a golden swirl of methane clouds and frozen terrain. The onboard AI, Helix, calculated safe descent coordinates. A team of 5, Aaron, Commander Reyes, Pilot Lou, Engineer Desai, and Biologist Michaela, descended in a lander named Odyssey. Their touchdown was smoother than expected. The methane lakes glistened beneath a violet sky. And then, Aaron heard it again. Not over the comms, not through instruments, but in his head. Dumb, dumb, dumb. 47 seconds. Do you hear that? He asked. No, Michaela said, frowning. 5. The structure. 3 days into the mission, they discovered a structure buried beneath the ice, geometric, unnatural, and ancient. It's a hexagonal dome, Desai confirmed. Roughly 900 meters wide. Built of a dark alloy unknown to Earth's periodic table, it emitted no energy but disrupted instruments within 20 meters. Aaron stood before the surface, fingers trembling. This is what sent the signal. Helix's robotic tone pierced the moment. The pattern continues. Energy signatures rising. They drilled a narrow access tunnel. What lay beneath would unravel everything they thought they knew. 6. Inside the dome. The inside defied logic. Aaron stepped into a chamber shaped like a spiral shell, lit not by lamps but bioluminescent threads woven into the walls. The air, if it could be called that, was breathable. Along the walls were etched symbols, spirals, musical notations, fractals. And then the voice came. Soft, genderless. Welcome, Aaron Voss. His breath caught. What? Who? How? We remember you. You were close. The melody was nearly complete. The crew backed away. Is this Helix? Reyes asked. Aaron shook his head. No, this is something else. 7. The memory machine. In the central chamber, they found it, a crystalline orb suspended in zero gravity. When Aaron approached, it glowed. Touch it, the voice whispered. He hesitated, then reached out. The moment his fingers brushed the surface, he was elsewhere. A room, a concert hall, his wife, Elena, playing her unfinished symphony. He wept, not because it was a memory, but because it felt new. The voice returned. We preserve the echoes, memories across time and space. He pulled his hand away, breathless. This is a memory archive, Michaela whispered, or a consciousness archive. 8. The choice. Back on Earth, debates raged through their comm feeds. The dome's technology had to be studied, replicated, possibly weaponized, but Aaron had heard the final message, one not meant for Earth, but for him. We were like you, the voice had said. Curious, driven, but when we learned to preserve minds, we lost something, the fleeting beauty of being mortal. A warning. Aaron stood before the orb one last time. You could live forever, it offered. But would it still be you? 9. The farewell. Reyes and the crew voted to seal the dome. Let it remain undisturbed. Earth would get the surface data. Nothing more. Before departure, Aaron played a final melody, a complete version of Alina's unfinished symphony, using the dome's resonance chamber. The orb pulsed gently, like a heartbeat, then dimmed. Back aboard the Prometheus, Aaron looked down at Titan's surface. He knew the signal would stop now. And it did. 10. Epilogue. The Echo. Years later, back on Earth, Aaron gave a lecture at the Global Science Forum. A young student raised her hand. Dr. Voss, do you believe the structure was alive? He smiled gently. No, not alive, but aware, and maybe, just maybe, waiting for someone who listens. That night, he heard the melody again. Not from Titan, but from within.